Hi all, I am Vidhya. I am going to share you about the role of agriculture and economic development. So before we are going to enter into the topic, what is agriculture? We all very well known what is agriculture. So without any doubt, agriculture is a predominance of any economic development. So not only our Indian economy, but for all the economies, agriculture only presided over the economic development in general. So the role of agriculture is more dominant one and important one for any economic development. So let me enter into the topic. So here there are the list of roles of agriculture. The first role is increase food supplies and raw materials. So agriculture provides increased food supplies and raw materials. Yes. So why it provides increased food supplies and raw materials? So because of the demand for foodstuff. Number 2, population exploitation, and because of per capita income and income elasticity of demand. So this is symbolically denoted as D equal to P plus NG. So where D is nothing but demand for foodstuff, and P is the population exploitation or rate of growth of population, and G is per capita income, and N denotes income elasticity of demand. So any underdeveloped economy or the developing economies are on the road of development. So there is generally and more demand for foodstuff. So because of all these three reasons. So why there is a demand for more foodstuff? So because maybe the reason of population exploitation or per capita income and income elasticity of demand. So here we will explain these picturization one by one. So the demand for foodstuff is because of population exploitation. So no doubt, so any economy on the stage of development or from the stage of underdevelopment to development or development to sustained development, so generally there is more population or population exploitation. So because of that also there is more demand for foodstuff. And secondly, so because of increased per capita income. So what is per capita income? The income of each and every individuals in the economy. So when there is a demand for more foodstuff means when there is an increase in the income of an individuals. When the income will increase for each and every individuals, so when the economy is investing more on many developments. Say for example, so when the economy is in the stage of development, so here we take an example of our Indian economy. So we invest probably more on various sectors, so for the development. So obviously there will be more demand for workforce or employees in general. So it leads to more income generation. So because of more income generation, the people will demand more. So that will be also called as income elasticity of demand. So when there is an more income generation among the individuals, it leads to more demand for a foodstuff probably. So this will leads to an demand for the foodstuff as well as for the non-foodstuffs. So it is a general thing. So when we are in need of more demand, so we are in the stage of producing more of agricultural goods and services. So this may be a first role of agriculture. So because of the road of development or in the stage of underdevelopment to development, so probably there is a demand for foodstuff because of these three reasons. So it is evident that the role of agriculture is more important one for any underdeveloped economy or for a developing economy. Nextly, to help inflation. So what is inflation? So rise in prices. So when there is a rise in prices, so when there is a more demand and less in supply. So when there is more demand and less in supply, which leads to more circulation of money in the economy, and when there is a more circulation of money in the economy, so when there is a rise in prices. So in order to cut through that kind of inflation, in order to cut out that counteract inflation, so we need more production of agricultural goods and services. So here we can explain the inflation uh, because of the two factors. Because of higher income, not because of higher income, because of the expansion of industries. So there is probably and more income among the individuals, and because of more investment by the government. So during the period of development, it takes generally a long gestation period to produce more goods and services, and because of more demand, and also because of the shortages of supply, there is a creates of inflation in the economy. So in order to counteract such inflations in the economy, so we need more production of agricultural goods and services. We need to ensure the development of agriculture in the economy. So this may be a second reason. And thirdly, to earn foreign exchange. So we are the agrarian economy, and the backbone of the economy is agriculture. So our foreign exchange also depends on the agricultural production of goods and services. So when we are not sufficient in the production of agricultural commodities or agricultural production, so we may not go for foreign exchanges. So what is exchanges? So when we are exporting our surplus goods to the needed countries, and in exchange of that, so we are importing some kind of goods and services from those economies. So when we are in need of more technologies or whatever else, so when we are in need of more technologies or whatever else from the advanced economies or other economies, we must in a situation to earn more of foreign exchanges. So what is a way for earning more foreign exchanges? Only by producing of more agricultural goods and services. So why I am saying like this is, so because in India nearly or more than 70% of the populations are depend on agriculture. So there is no doubt, so only agriculture promotes the economic development. So we are the major exporters of 5 major commodities from our country to many other nations. So when we are earn more foreign exchanges from many nations, we need surplus production of agricultural goods from our own country. So when we are producing more surplus of commodities, so we can go for foreign exchanges. So this is the second role of agriculture. So here the essentials of the foreign exchanges are depicted here. So because of the essential of the reason of capital goods or because of the reason of technologies, so we needs more agricultural goods. In terms of that, so there may be probably an importation or exportation. So when we are in need of capital goods or some other technologies from some other countries, definitely we need more of agricultural goods. So that is what depicted here. Next, so this is about, so when there is an increased agricultural production, it will leads to an increased income of the farmers. So when the income of the farmers will be expanded, it leads to more marketing of the industrial commodities. Why? Because so only the industries can ensure their market or marketing only with the help of agricultural development. Because so when there is more income generation among the individuals, it leads to more demand for the industrial commodities. So they go and meet for the demand for industrial commodities when there is an more circulation of income among the farmers in the economy. So when there is more income circulation among the farmers, so when they are producing more of agricultural goods, and when they are investing more of agricultural goods, and when they are having more savings, so further it may be used for further investment or for their demands. So once when there is more development of agriculture, so it will leads to expansion of market of industrial goods in the economy. So this may be the next role of agriculture. And lastly, it ensures supply of labor to industry. So we know for all labors, so we can classify the labors in the economy into many kinds. So generally the labors are in two sectors, namely in the organized sectors as well as in the unorganized sector. So here we are not talking about the laborers in the organized sector, but about the laborers in unorganized sector. So their condition is so pitiable, and this may be the labors of agriculture also. So here we are progressively says that agriculture only promotes economic development of the economy, but so because of the excessive population in the agriculture, or because of the excessive labor force in agriculture, so when we take the statistical report of the their contribution towards productivity is equal to always 0. So what is their contribution towards productivity by the excessive labor force is always equal to 0. So we can enhance or we can ensure the labor's productivity to an more productive way. So only by supplying the excess labor force from agriculture to industry. So this may be one of the role and as well responsibility of agriculture for more development for an sustainable development. So in order to stimulate economic growth in the economy and industrial development, so we need or we should enhance the development of agriculture. So this is what the part of agriculture in economic development. So agriculture, with these past views of slides, so we know that agriculture only develop the economy to an more sustained way without any stagnation. So when there is any stagnation in the economy, so no doubt that agriculture is not developed in a sustained way. So the role of agriculture in any economic development, and in Indian economic development in particular, depends on agriculture, and the agriculture development only presided over the industrial development and economic development. Thank you.